Based on Sung-hyo's letter, it is evident that he has had feelings for Sak-ryu since they were young. That's why he asks if Sak-ryu wanted to go back to the time before her engagement was broken. Sak-ryu's answer relieves him. Later, they will change their clothes, and Sak-ryu is using Sung-hyo's. Sak-ryu questions why he is carrying so many clothes. Sung-hyo tells her that he has a lot of business trips and is just keeping extra clothes in the car. Suddenly, Sung-hyo looks at her and questions why he is looking at her like that. He comments that she is really short. He remembers how he was short when he entered high school. Sak-ryu mentions that, at that time, she folded her sleeves twice and her skirt 3 times. She guesses that her mom had big dreams for her, thinking she would grow up like a model. Sung-hyo disputes this by saying that she is weak in reality. She tells him not to look down on her while saying that, as it's really upsetting, especially since she was taller than him until middle school. Sung-hyo agrees, saying that the earth really loves her to the point where she almost feels the gravity all over her body. Sak-ryu becomes angry and tries to hit him, but he tells her that if she doesn't want to open the time capsule, she asks him to give it to her, but he tells her to put her feet down, which she eventually does. Eventually, they read their own letters together. Sung-hyo is surprised by his own letter because it reminds him of his past feelings for Sak-ryu. Since Sung-hyo has read Sak-ryu's letter, she wants to read his letter. However, Sung-hyo avoids her, and when he returns to his room, he is still shocked by his own letter and how he left such evidence. He also tries to deny his feelings for Sak-ryu by telling himself that those feelings have long since expired. The next morning, as Sung-hyo is going to work, she purposely bumps into him because she is still angry that she can't read his letter. Later, she goes to Sung-hyo's office because she has something to do there. At the same time, Myung-woo happily tells Sung-hyo that Grape has contacted them because they want to work with them. Hearing this news makes Sung-hyo worry about Sak-ryu, as it is her former company. However, Sak-ryu pretends to be fine. When they go home from work together, Sak-ryu and Sung-hyo meet Mo-eum. They talk about the time capsule with Mo-eum, but she teases them, saying, "You finally opened it after all this time? I dug it up that night. I was curious." Hearing this surprises Sung-hyo, because Mo-eum could have read his letter, but at the same time, Sak-ryu is happy that Mo-eum could tell her the content of Sung-hyo's letter. It looks like Sung-hyo will ask Mo-eum to keep his letter a secret, since it was written when they were young, and he no longer has feelings for Sak-ryu. Since Mo-eum has never told anyone about Sung-hyo's letter, she agrees to keep it a secret. However, Mo-eum seems to know that Sung-hyo's feelings for Sak-ryu haven't changed. The 3 of them grab a drink at the convenience store, where Mo-eum meets Dan-ho, as they both choose the same drink. She asks why he is there, and Dan-ho tells her he moved there recently, and it's nice to run into her. He mentions that he hasn't forgotten that he owes her. Hearing this frustrates Mo-eum because Dan-ho doesn't give up on the drink. Even though Dan-ho seems not to back down, Mo-eum eventually gets the drink. Seeing Mo-eum with Sak-ryu and Sung-hyo, Sung-hyo asks him to join them since they have met before. Sung-hyo explains that they were friends since they were kids. Dan-ho shares how he always felt jealous of neighborhood friends. Now that they live in the same neighborhood, Dan-ho will meet Sung-hyo on the way home and will continue to bicker with Mo-eum as they have the same preferences. Meanwhile, Sung-hyo's company accepts the job offer from Grape, and to understand their preferences, Sak-ryu will be working with Sung-hyo for a while. However, it seems they will have different opinions on the work, leading Sak-ryu to tell him, "No matter how hard you try, it's a waste of time." Hearing this upsets Sung-hyo, and he tells her not to talk about his hard work like that. Even though they argue, they manage to reconcile. Sak-ryu will also accompany Sung-hyo to pitch his idea to Grape. However, she doesn't expect to meet Chris, a former colleague. It appears Chris will talk to Sung-hyo about Sak-ryu, as he knows why Sak-ryu resigned from the company. Hearing this makes Sung-hyo angry, and he confronts him. Sak-ryu and Myung-woo manage to separate Sung-hyo from Chris, and Sak-ryu takes him outside to talk. She thanks him for taking her side and tells him how cool he was. Because of that, Sung-hyo tells her not to fall for him, or she will be in trouble. Later, they buy groceries and decide to have a late-night snack at Sung-hyo's office. While walking in the dark, Sok-ryu trips, and Sung-hyo quickly helps her. Seeing each other up close makes them awkward and sparks unexpected feelings for each other. Tune in for the next episode as Sok-ryu and Sung-hyo's feelings begin to grow without them realizing it. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.